ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Here's Trey Turner.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Oh, he throws it away. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And that's outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
The pitch. And down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Bryce Harper to the plate. Ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have.
Sanchez pulls it down, and that is that. Bottom of the first. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm deliveries. Swings and misses. Slider right there. Sanchez goes 6'1". He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Boom. Throws on to first. One up, one down. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. Going
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup. Next is the designated hitter, Jake Berger. And it chases that one below the zone.
0-1.
Strike two.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Alec Bohm. The pitch. That one way inside. That misses, and it's 2-0. Here comes a pitch. Right through there for a strike. The pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. This is Bryson's stop. Ball one, no strikes. And another ball. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike. One out, base is empty. Two 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him swinging. And now it is JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Ball, that's outside.
Wouldn't chase that time. And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And a pitch. And it's 1-1. Realmuto off of first with 2 away. Just missed. Line drive. Sanchez makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back in Globe Life Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. And he deals. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. There's a swing and a drive. Bangs off the wall. Throw cut off to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Next to hit, Jonah Bride. Fouled off. He was late. Man at second. And a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That one ripped. Rojas makes the grab, 1 down. Next to hit, Kyle Stowers. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Righty delivers. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Rojas settles underneath it. And he makes the catch. And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. Castellanos brings it in for the third out. Back in Arlington, and now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Luzardo back to work. That's a slider for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now here is Kyle Schwarber. Man at second. Runner takes off, and a bunt back at the pitcher. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. Here's Turner now. And the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Infield looks like they're expecting a bunt with speed at the plate. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that one fouled off. Double steal. Squeeze attempt misses. And somehow he scores on a botched squeeze attempt. Applies the tag and they get two. Double play. Here's Bryce Harper. Grounded out his first time. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Well, you know, with two out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop. Swing for the fences.
That misses the zone. And now it's even 1-1. Into center. Stowers drifts towards it. Corrals it. And that'll do it. Of the inning, down the left fielder, Derek Hill. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss, strike one.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Had him out front for strike three. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. That one fouled off. The Marlins down by a run here in the last half of the third. Took the extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Edwards swings through it for strike one.
0-1's the count.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fortes, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. Connor Norton digs in now. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fought off foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Got him. 3rd out. And we're back. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
The wind and the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Kicks and fires.
Ball, that's off the plate.
On the ground. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Fastball for a strike. Got him looking. And there's 1 down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Go, and they got him. 2 outs, base is empty. Next pitch is downstairs. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs. That one hammered center field. That's bad. And it's out of here. He hammers one out to center. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Realmuto, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2010. 2 down, nobody on. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. In the air out towards right center. On his way over. Makes the catch, inning over. Bottom 4. And now here's the Marlins DH, Jake Berger. The pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. It's 2-1. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jesus Sanchez. Doubled in his first AB. That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw is wide, and it gets past him at first.
Waste no time there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. And a bunt towards third. Zips it to first. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out. And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Swings through that one.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
0-2 now. Stays alive. Tying run in scoring position. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Going to count 1-2.
That's a really good take.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses inside. Uh-oh, throw goes to second. And it stays fair. In from third is the tying run. It's 2-2. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way.
He's trying for third.
0-1's the count.
Throw. Tag. Ow. A bullet from JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. New inning getting started, and digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. New pitcher on here, Anthony Bender.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. You know, these Phils looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
The wind to the pitch. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Way out front for strike two.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump.
Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Go to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Derek Hill. The line to kick the pitch. Swings through that.
You know, these Marlins finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Castellanos on his horse. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Doubled his first time up. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
0-1's the count.
There's the strike. Righty to the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over, and stepping in is the speedy Xavier Edwards. There's a strike. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. That one inside. Ball 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now here is Harper. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
All over that one right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Castellanos in the box now. Takes strike 1. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And downstairs. Trying to keep this a 2-2 game. And we're the top half of the 6th. Off the plate. And now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one misses. 3-0. There's a strike. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. Bottom of the 6th, and at the plate for Miami, Connor North. And here it comes. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. And a good eye there. That's a strike. Right-handed reliever. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Jake Berger getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One down, base is empty. Got it by him for the K. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-1. Swings through that high fastball.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Rojas settles underneath it, and that'll do it. Back at Globe Life Field, all set for the start of the inning. And now Bryson Stott. Bender back to work. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Bender, in his third season, he features a sinker, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a four-seamer. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. That one just misses the outside corner. 2-2. And another ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Hit in the air, center field. Stowers under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. 1 for 2. And now we'll get him out. Visit from the pitching coach. Probably trying to give a little more time for that arm out in the bullpen to get warmed up. Ball one there. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Way back there. Back. Gone. It just got out of here. And they grab the lead. It's 3-2. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Ryan Weathers into the game.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
A little up front there as he swings through it.
0-1's the count.
And that's down and away. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Left-hand batter waits. Got him. 2 down. And here is Johan Rojas. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. And the pitch. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. And 1 out now. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers.
Number
strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
2 outs. And takes low for ball one. Castellanos moves on it. And that is that. And we're back. And now the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And a pitch. Just missed. Ground ball to the right side. Over to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Trey Turner at the plate. That one catches the zone, and that's strike one. Liner caught at second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Harper stands in now and watches strike one.
0-1.
Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. And another ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Strike 2. And that is there. Harper frustrated as he's rung up on strikes, and he lets the plate umpire know it. Back in Arlington, down the left fielder, Derek Hill. Alvarado back to work. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
Next offering misses. 1-1. At the belt and fires. Wouldn't chase that time.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play. Castellanos gets under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Miami order, Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that'll fall for a base hit.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now it's going to be Connor Norby. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And now 1-2.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game.
He tries to get back and save.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
And a swing and a miss. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. And the batter now, Nick Castellanos. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1's the count.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-2. Next offering is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The punch out there, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1. In there at the knees. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Stott in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. And at second. Runner takes off. Squirts away a little bit. JT Realmuto steps in. He's already homered here in this one. Runner on the go. One attempt misses. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him. 1 run across in the frame so far here at the top of the 9th. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Bounced up the middle. Edwards. Throw, save. And that was close.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
He's hitting to the Phillies. Number 32, Edmundo Sosa.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swings through that one out in front that time. and strikes. That ends the frame. Back at Globe Life Field. Last chance for the home team. Now it's the DH, Jake Berger. The pitch. And there's a foul ball.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. He's 2 outs away. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Rojas puts it away. 2 up, 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and that'll do it.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Schaub. Thanks for joining us.
Hug on a curve, and scrape the ground when I swing, dodging potholes when I swerve, wrapped in some holes and it's true, not a pebble in my groove, in a beat